right now, tablets, only 20% of the people that buy a tablet actually sign up for a wireless network, right? That's pretty interesting. But they want to get people more into tablets, and what it seems like now is they're going to be offering like pooled data family plans.
Yeah,
right?
we talked a lot about that. Yeah,
And that's kind of their way of doing that. Yeah. But certainly a tiered plans, and then Wi-Fi really is kind of becoming an up and coming topic, right?
Like Wi-Fi offload or just
Wi-Fi offload at the home, right? Or in a coffee shop or anything like that. I mean, you have AT&T. If you're a AT&T wireless subscriber, you get free Wi-Fi offload, right? Yeah. Comcast has free Wi-Fi around the city, right? Yeah. If you're a Comcast customer, and then even Verizon, who's big on their network, and we don't really need Wi-Fi, is coming out and saying, well, they're going to include Wi-Fi too in their plan. So they realize that's going to be an important piece of the puzzle, because really smartphone users are fairly cost conscious, right? Yeah. So 60% of smartphone users care about the price of electronics, right? But they also have a very high need for speed. So 80% of smartphone users say they value a high speed network, right? So there's this trade-off between the cost and the speed they need, right? Yeah. So Wi-Fi can come in and fill that and make everybody happy, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll go through. I mean, it will impact the competition a little bit, but it won't affect it any great degree.
Yeah, and what kind of impact do you see it having on everybody?
Well, it'll benefit a lot of the players that are there, right? Certainly, Verizon and AT&T on the high end. Sprint, it should actually benefit a little bit too as well on the high end, and also on the low end. T-Mobile was a value player in the market, and they did a lot of advertising, right? Yeah. So now they're kind of taking out of the market, so the lower players can also benefit, like lower more value-oriented players like Metro PCS, Sprint and their prepaid offering, and then Cricket. So there's still a lot of competition in the market, and I think the consumer will see a lot of value. The other thing that was kind of happening was that, T-Mobile was not really doing that well, right? And so you're kind of taking a weaker player out of the market. You weren't taking like two strong players together, right? Which make it a lot stronger, right? And so I think that's another issue that doesn't get really talked about too much, but that's a benefit to the merger. One issue that I think the smartphone companies have done a good job in terms of making the smartphones usable. Yeah. So that was kind of one of the worries, like with wireless data and smartphones, like with the older smartphones, like the old Windows Mobile 7, they were just so hard to get around, right? And so it was where there's just going to be tons of customer service calls, right? Well, that hasn't really happened to a large degree, just because the iPhone's relatively easy to use, exactly. Right? And the BlackBerry, you pretty much understand what you can do on there.
Yeah, and Android's done a pretty good job of mimicking at least the iPhone experience. So right. It's easy to use. So, in fact, our surveys say that 50% of smartphone users say that the smartphone's not that complicated to use. That's impressive.
So, they've done a good job there. That kind of worked out for them. Right. Well, Android's done a good job of catching up to Apple, and then they can also offer some features that the iPhone doesn't have, like a nicer screen.
Yeah, different form factors and stuff.
Different form factors, better cameras, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
So, that's what they're competing on.
Yeah.
Focus on the consumer experience, right? So we look at how devices are affecting that, how the network's affecting that, how application services are affecting the consumer experience. So we had a couple of our analysts on our roadshow doing the customer experience and customer care, and that's an important issue. Yeah, I think there's certain people in the council that have supported wireless and try to get low rents for startup companies, that kind of thing. We do have a strong base of universities. At University of Pennsylvania.
Right across
and Drexel, which are right near. And they produce a lot of talented engineers. And they'll either stay here or go to other places, right? What you've seen in the Philadelphia area, they actually started a Mobile Monday program about 3 years ago. It used to be like 50 people would come, and now it's actually pretty. You get like 400 or 500 people. So there's a lot of interest, and it becomes like a de facto technology networking session, and they're very good sessions to go to. So you see that, but in terms of the businesses in the area, a lot of it's like application providers. You have Movitas, which does application platforms for hotels and resorts, that kind of thing. You see like smaller companies working with Wi-Fi. We have Navtech out of the main line.
Yeah.
Do location-based services.
Yeah.
So you're seeing, and you're seeing like smaller kind of application houses that develop applications for like small businesses, or like if you want an iPhone application or an Android application, they'll do it for you.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So you're seeing a lot of that.